Greetings, Vault Dwellers, Wastelanders, and Intrepid Explorers. My name is Oscapt.
And I'm Noodle Pants.
Noodle, tell them why we're here today.
I want to experiment with some new builds, and I thought I would try something different from what I have right now.
What do you have right now?
Right now, I'm a heavy build, and I want to go completely on the opposite side of the spectrum and go stealthy. And I heard that you're the king of stealth, and you can help me out.
I am the king of stealth. I got your hookup right here.
That's fantastic.
Stealth is something that you've never been interested in before. Why the change of heart?
Well, you know, a girl's got to experiment. Plus, with my heavy gunner build, I am tired of making out with super mutants.
I heard they kiss well, though.
Ugh, ew.
Well, let's start out by talking about the basics of a character build. The first thing that I think is important is to classify whether you're going to be power armor versus non-power armor, bloodied versus full health, or VATS versus non-VATS. Have you given that any thought?
Yes, definitely not power armor. I hate power armor. Even in my heavy build, I don't wear power armor. Gotta look sexy. As far as VATS, I definitely want VATS because I'm not a very good shot, naturally. So I think I'll want VATS. And as far as bloodied, I don't actually know that much about it, so I'll need your help deciding.
A full health build is a full health build, but a bloodied build takes advantage of certain game mechanics where you get rewarded for having very low health. The way you do that is you take on a whole bunch of radiation so that your health can never go above 20%. And then depending on the type of armor that you have and the type of weapon that you have, you can get almost 2 times weapon damage and a significant boost in special attributes if you're using unyielding armor.
2 times weapons damage sounds like fun. Let's do that.
Okay, so bloodied, non-power armor, VATS.
Yeah, I want that. I tried doing this on my own, and I went to Nukes and Dragons and got completely stuck there. It looked really cool, but I didn't know how to begin. How do you get started with online build planners?
Nukes and Dragons has a great interface for building out characters, but they don't give you any place to start. If you want to start, I recommend that you come over to falloutbuilds.com and look at the builds that people have submitted. Here you can filter by commando or rifleman, both of which are stealth builds.
Riflewoman.
Commando or riflewoman.
Thank you.
Both of which are stealth builds, or you can just pick something random. And this gives you a list of builds that people have submitted.
Oh, so it has their actual card selections and everything.
Correct. So you can arbitrarily pick any of them and it will show you their special points and how they've got all of their perk cards laid out.
Cool.
It'll show you legendary perks and active effects and so on. But I don't recommend that you get too far into this. Instead, use this for a starting place, match it up against the perk cards that you have, and once you have a basic build, load that into Nukes and Dragons, and you'll end up with something like this, which gives you, in my opinion, a much better interface for seeing how certain things might change the performance of your character.
Oh, cool.
Alternatively, if you know somebody who already has a build up on Nukes and Dragons, like mine, link in the description, you can ask them to share the link, and that'll take you to a copy of it directly.
Cool. This is your personal build?
This is my stealth build, and we'll build your character off of this.
Oh, nice. I'll start by going over to my loadout changer and creating a new loadout. Go in the menu. I have a crafting loadout. I have a framing wagon, which is my heavy gunner. Let's create a new one. What?
You don't have enough atoms.
Oh, wait. I have to buy one?
By default, every character or every player comes with 2 loadout slots. And if you want additional ones, you have to unlock them. Once you unlock them, they apply to every single character that you might create, but you don't have enough atoms to unlock another one.
No, because I just bought a chimney set.
Most often people use these for a crafting loadout and a combat loadout, but if you want to play with different build types, you need multiple loadout slots. And I guess if we want to continue making this video, you're gonna have to sacrifice one of yours.
Not my flamer though, not my flamer. I will sacrifice my crafting for now, and when my atoms reset on the 14th, I'll just buy a new slot. Shadow Snipers.
What a cool name.
Yeah. Let's see if I can live up to it.
It's like Starlit Sniper, but it makes more sense.
Yeah, well, I missed that outfit. I'm gonna have to wear a different one.
Once you're in here, Allocate all of your points, and then we'll go in and we'll start loading the perk cards.
Strength,
3,
perception,
15,
endurance,
9,
charisma,
8,
intelligence,
1. It's okay. You're not that dumb.
agility,
10,
luck.
10. Now remember earlier I said that intelligence is important if you want XP. We're gonna use legendary perk cards and some other stuff to boost our intelligence. So don't be alarmed.
Okay, so I'll get smarter.
With experience.
Edit active perks.
Correct. There's a good chance that you're not gonna have all of the cards that you need to copy the build exactly. You, Noodle, are a relatively advanced character, and you can see down at the bottom of the screen that you have 210 perk cards that you can get.
Yeah.
So you'll have no trouble going in and just buying all the cards that you need and ranking them up to build out everything that you want. For a player who doesn't have those things, I'm going to recommend that they start building the most important perks, which are going to be perception, agility, and luck. Use what you have, buy what you can, rank up what you can, and for anything that remains, just do the best that you can with extra cards that make sense. If you're small, if you're like level 55, there are going to be a lot of holes, in which case I recommend that you put as much as you can into intelligence, including taking points out of other places if you have unused points, so that you can level up the fastest. For now, we're gonna build this out and we'll come right back.
This may be a dumb question, but how do I shove 6 points of intelligence into that 1 intelligence slot?
That's the kind of question that a person with 1 point in intelligence would ask.
No.
For this, we're going to move on to legendary perks, which are at the top of your screen. If you select, then you have legendary perks available to you. We want to have maxed out luck, agility, and intelligence. And now we want to start ranking these up. Ranking from level 1 to level 2, 50 perk coins. No problem. Level 2 to level 3, 100 perk coins. Still no problem. Now you have 7 perk coins left. We're going to scrap unused perk cards in order to get perk coins to use for legendary perks.
Cool.
Agility's maxed. For luck, we need 100 and 150, and we need another 150 here. So that's 400 perk coins.
Oh my, I don't have that.
No, you don't. But what you do have are 194 unused perk cards that you can select. You also have a slew of perk cards in here that you're not using and that you're never going to use.
True, true.
So we'll start out by just scrapping everything that we can by pressing the options button. You'll be safe here if you try to scrap something that's in use, because it will actually warn you that it's in use in another loadout.
Sold a bunch of stuff, got my 400 perk coins, used those up. I have 1 perk coin left, but everything is upgraded. You can see that in intelligence, I now have 6 points, in agility 15, and in luck 15. So I can continue and add more perk cards.
For a stealth sniper build, there are some critical cards that you need to have. One of them is the series of basic, expert, and master of either commando or rifleman.
I saw that. I can pick in my stealthy sniper loadout to be the commando or rifleman, but which one am I? Which one do I want to be?
They're basically identical, except that commando uses automatic rifles and rifleman uses non-automatic rifles. So a rifleman can use like the lever action rifle, and a commando can use the automatic combat rifle.
Okay.
In the case of the Fixer, which is what we're going to set you up with, the Fixer is non-automatic by default, but you can replace it with an automatic receiver. Tankular is a good card to have because your shots will ignore 24% of armor and have a 6% chance to stagger, which will keep enemies from running up on you.
Oh, I definitely need that. Yes, yes, yes.
Concentrated fire is very important for VATs because it allows you to target limbs. So basically you're going to switch to always be targeting heads, and you'll be popping heads off from 1,000 yards.
Nice.
Under agility, since you're going to be using VATs, you want your action points to regenerate as quickly as you can. Action Girl will do that for you, and you also want to make sure that you are always fully tuned.
Tuned?
Play an instrument.
Oh, okay, cool. I have lots of instruments.
Covert Operative gives your ranged attacks an additional 50% sneak attack damage. So if you're crouched and you sight in on somebody and you shoot them, you'll do an extra 50% damage.
Dope.
Sneak makes you harder to detect while sneaking, and oh my gosh, you can benefit from that.
Yeah, well, that's the reason for this build. I want to be sneaky.
If you are somewhere and enemies detect you, you can crouch and they will forget where you are. This is great if you're in combat and you're overwhelmed and you need to sneak away. Just crouch and they'll be like, "Brr," and you can,
Must have been a rat.
sneak off. Gunfu is excellent for VATS because when you kill a target in VATS, it'll automatically switch to the next target and you'll get a damage boost with each target that it switches to. Adrenaline is just about going nutso.
But wait, am I not stealthy? Do I still get to go nutso and be stealthy?
Adrenaline doesn't affect stealth, it just gives you a damage boost.
Oh.
And it stacks. So you'll get an 8% damage boost for every kill, up to a max of 48% after 6 kills, for 30 seconds. And with each additional kill, that duration resets. So if you're targeting a group of enemies and you just start picking them off, especially with Gunfu switching VATS targeting between them, after 4 or 5 enemies, you are suddenly a powerhouse of damage.
Cool.
Under luck, we're going to talk about mutations in a second. Class Freak reduces the negative effects of mutations. Better criticals gives you an additional critical damage boost. Starched genes make sure that you will never gain additional mutations from radiation, nor will Radaway ever cure mutations. You're going to be bloodied, you're going to have lots of radiation anyway, but occasionally you'll need to reduce that, and you want to make sure that you never lose your mutation. Critical Savvy enables your critical meter to only be drained 50%, well 55%, with each critical shot. And that, combined with 4-leaf clover, means that every time you hit somebody in VATS, there's a great chance that your critical meter will fill. So most of the shots that you're putting down range are actually going to be critical shots if you hold down the critical button. When I fight, I just hold the critical button down all the time, and it either does nothing or makes me jump in the air, or you'll hear this little ba-dong noise that says your crit meter is full, and then the next shot is ridiculous. Grim Reaper Sprint gives you a good chance to restore all action points with any kill in VATS, and Serendipity allows you to duck damage as long as you're below 30% health. This triggers, even though it says 15% chance, it triggers a lot. One of the most important cards that we have is Nerd Rage under Intelligence, which says below 20% health, you'll gain 40 additional damage resistance, 20% additional damage dealt, and a 15% boost to action point regen. While this is not necessary for a stealth build, it is fundamental for a bloody build. Other cards that I put in here just go along with my playstyle, and you can feel free to change them. Since we're going to be mutated, we want to make sure that our positive mutation effects are boosted and our negative mutation effects are diminished. Class Freak reduces negative effects, and Strange in Numbers boosts positive effects if you're on a team with anybody else who's mutated. Tenderizer does increase damage over time. I like Berry Mentats, so Chem Fiend causes chems to last longer.
Me too. I'm always Berry at it.
Ironclad gives a boost to damage and energy resistance if you're not wearing power armor. Radical is a bloody build card. The greater your rads, the greater your strength. So this will give you an additional 5 strength, which is important because without it, you're pretty feeble.
Yeah, this is so weird for me. We have only 1 card in strength. In my other loadout, strength is completely maxed out and everything else is just kind of evenly distributed.
As a smaller player, you are going to have to make compromises. Noodle didn't have to make compromises, but if you were, maybe take out some of the mutation cards, add more points into intelligence so that you can level up faster. Figure out the things that you can remove that don't fit your playstyle and either take points out of those attributes and put them into something like intelligence, or if you find yourself with just points left over, stick anything in there at all. Never run around with unused
slots.
Never run around with an unused slot. Good life advice, boys and girls.
Let's talk about mutations.
I love mutations.
Everyone wants to know about mutations. I don't actually know how I got most of mine. I think it was from drinking all those magical potions that you told me to
That's
drink.
right. Yep.
You're like, drink this, don't ask questions. And then I woke up all mutated. The only one that I know and love is Marsupial. That allows me to jump really high. Do you want to talk about the others?
Mutations are an underappreciated game mechanic in Fallout 76. And we'll make another video entirely about mutations. But just know that when you're building out your character, you want to look for mutations that offset each other with positive and negative, and that benefit your playstyle. You can get mutations randomly from absorbing lots of radiation, or you can get mutations from drinking mutation serums.
Magical potions.
Magical potions. You can get those from other players, from their vending machines, or you can get them from Modus in the Enclave. If you go to the White Spring Bunker, wander around until you get to the genetics lab, and there you can purchase individual serums, or you can buy the recipe to make the serums yourself. These are the mutations that I run. Bird Bones gives you a boost in agility, which makes you sneakier, at the minor impact of reducing your strength. Carnivore gives you 2 times the benefits of eating meat and reduces all veggie benefits to 0.
No problem. I eat nothing but meat anyway.
The real benefit for carnivore is offsetting any loss in strength, either by the not having points in special
Or bird bones.
or bird bones. Now, if you, for example, eat grilled rad stag, you will get plus 50 carry weight. If you eat some Deathclaw steak, you will get more boost in strength. Marsupial, which you know and love, gives you additional jump height and additional carry weight, which is good because you don't have strength, but it reduces your intelligence. However, Egghead boosts your intelligence. It slightly reduces your strength and endurance, and the reason that it's slight is because of the Class Freak perk card, where the negative effects are reduced.
Oh, nice. It's all balancing each other very beautifully.
Herd mentality means as long as you join a team, even if you're the only person on the team, every single one of your special points will get +2. Eagle Eyes increases your perception and your critical damage, which is critical, pun not intended, for VATS. And then Speed Demon increases your reload speed. Does also increase your hunger and thirst by 50% while moving, but it boosts your move speed. This is important when you are stealthy and crouched and trying to move around fast and shooting and need to reload. Speed Demon is a great mutation to have. Whenever you consume a mutation serum, if you don't have the mutation, you will get it. But if you do have it, it will suppress its negative effects for 1 hour. Before we can send you out into the wild to do your bloody deeds, we need to actually give you a bunch of radiation and try and roll your armor to be unyielding, and then also pick a weapon and try to roll that to be bloodied.
And how do I get radiation?
For that, we're gonna go to the Monongah power plant.
And like sit in a pool of acid or something?
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
Sit in a pool of acid. Getting radiation is tricky. You wanna watch that you don't overdo it. But this place is fantastic for giving you tons of radiation very quickly. Okay, that icon right there, that's Nerd Rage. That tells you that you're below 20%. And you can also see that if you come over to your status, and you'll see that hit points 45 out of 311, 20% is going to be 62. So if you're below 62, you'll be fine. Now we dipped a little lower than that, so we're actually going to swing by and get some Brahmin milk. Brahmin milk will restore 9 points, at least on my character. It's compounded by various things. But you want to make sure that we don't go above 62. We're at 64. And if you look under effects, you'll see that Nerd Rage is gone. So if you come over here to food and drink and eat anything that's spoiled, like spoiled Brahmin milk, that'll actually give you 30 rads. That's a little bit too much.
Spoiled fruit?
Spoiled fruit will give you 5 rads. This is perfect. This is exactly where we want to be. You can see now that your strength has gone up to 9.
9's a lot.
And all your other attributes are up a little bit as well. But this is not enough. We need unyielding armor. Now that you are irradiated, the next step is to try to roll unyielding legendaries on your armor.
We want all Secret Service armor.
You're going to spend a ton of legendary modules trying to roll this, so you want it on the best armor that you can get. And you got unyielding on the first try.
On the first try, that's so cool.
All right, that was right leg.
Left arm. Bolstering? You said bolstering is good.
Okay, bolstering is not bad. It's not unyielding, but it's not bad. You're getting a bonus for having low health. Unyielding.
Unyielding.
Nice.
Cool.
So you have bolstering and chameleon and 3 unyieldings, which is a good place to start. It's a good place to start. You obviously want 5 unyieldings, but a bolstering gives you a bonus, and a chameleon helps you with your sneakiness. So that is a good set.
All right.
Go ahead and equip all of that stuff, but before you do, go and look at your special attributes. So we're looking at 9, 21, 10, 11, 14, 20, and 17. Okay, go over to item and equip all of your Secret Service armor.
My strength is now 18. Oh, perception is 30, endurance 11, charisma 19, intelligence 23, agility 30. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's up from 20. The last thing to do is to try and roll bloodied on your weapons.
My weapons, he says, like I have more than one. Actually, I have two. I have the Holy Fire and the Cremator. Fortunately, someone loves me and he gave me one of his fixers. Thank you kindly. As you can see, this fixer is already very fancy, but the two most important things about it are this bloodied legendary mod and the automatic receiver. Now, the only thing left to do is to paint it pink. Oh, and it looks like it doesn't come in pink, but it does come in this really cool poker paint. Let's try it out. Looks pretty cool. I like it. All right, I'm all dressed up and ready to go. Morgantown Airport?
Sounds good. There you go.
Okay, and just shoot?
Hold down triangle.
Hold down triangle.
And shoot. Goodbye.
Whoa! $390.
390 multiple times.
Yeah. Neat.
You can fire on him from the air with VATS. Fun. And Serendipity just hit, which prevented you from taking damage.
I am all that is stealth.
And you just almost killed yourself. You can't.
Oh, crap. I can't do that anymore. Can I use Stimpaks?
You can use Stimpaks, yeah.
Okay, so some getting used to. Wow.
Remember that a jetpack is not stealthy.
Sorry. Habits. It's quite different from what I'm used to, but I'm already kind of digging this. I have to remember to stay crouched. That's something new to me, to my playstyle.
You don't have to, but if they don't know you're there yet and you're crouched, then you'll do extra sneak damage.
Okay. I do like this better than the damage over time that I have with the Cremator.
You're gonna die in a second.
Okay. Brahmin milk, right?
Yeah.
Or no.
Well, yeah, but you only have one. You're gonna have to go get a bunch more.
Okay. I just realized that I can just plant a Brahmin right in my camp. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have my own Brahmin so that I can always collect milk. My very own milk machine.
Well, what do you think?
I had an amazing time. I feel completely transformed and I feel like I learned a lot about character builds and I am armed to the teeth with new skills and information about how to build my new character, any other new character in the future. I can just change out different loadouts all the time.
So if you had to go to do this again, what are the steps you would follow?
I think the first three most important steps are deciding on power armor versus non-power armor. I chose none. Full health versus low health. I tried out this low health thing, which is very interesting. And VATS versus no VATS. I went with VATS because I wanted increased accuracy. And for me, that was excellent and interesting and totally different. I would say that for anyone out there who is looking to try out a new build, you should start on falloutbuilds.com and build as much as you can using whatever you have. Then load it into Nukes and Dragons and tweak it until it's close to what you want or is what you want. And just keep tweaking it and then, roll with it until you're ready to move on to something more exciting.
And remember that you're not always going to have all of the cards and all of the legendaries and all of the armor and all of the weapons to make the perfect build. This is a process. Work with what you have and aspire to do more with it. It gives you goals. You know that you need X amount of gold bullion to buy more armor. You need X amount of treasury notes to get more gold bullion. You need X amount of legendary scripts so that you can buy legendary modules so that you can roll. These are all the things that keep us coming back and playing the game.
That's true. And do experiment. Try out different things. It's really easy to get locked into a certain gameplay that we're used to. Like, I'm always rolling with a flamer, and I'm like, oh, I'm the flamer gal. But, you know, we play a lot. We play all the time. We have all these different weapons. We have all these different perk cards. Try as much as you can. Experiment. And let us know in the comments what you tried and what you came up with. We'd love to know.
If you have any kind of build already posted on falloutbuilds.com, or if you have a link to a build, let us know. Send it to us. We'd love to see what the rest of you are rocking.
Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like this video if you did, subscribe to the channel, come be a member or a patron, come be part of the family. I'm Noodle Pants.
And I'm Oscapt. And until next time,
stay safe out there, Vault Dwellers.
Where the shadows creep and sway, lies a land of rusted dreams, where the brave dare not stray. Appalachia, oh, it's a treacherous ride, with dangers untold and nowhere to hide.